That's a live picture right now. Member of the Rio delegation presenting to the IOC in Copenhagen, Denmark. We'll be back live with Ben Bradley as our coverage continues in just a moment. But of course, there is organized opposition to Chicago's Olympic bid.
And members of No Games Chicago claim the city is not financially fit to host the games and that the money would be better spent elsewhere. So joining us is Francesca Rodriguez with No Games Chicago. Thanks for coming in today.
Sure, thanks for inviting me.
Let's talk about that, because all we hear about is that the majority of the people who live in the area are for the games. So how does Chicago No Games come in? What are you seeing that's different than the polls that are being shown?
So the most recent WGN poll showed that when people were prompted with the question, do you support taxpayer money for the games, 84 responded no. The next question was, do you support the blank check that City Council gave Mayor Daley? 49-0 vote in City Council, 75% said no. So you have, a big lack of public support, yet the City Council voted 49-0 on a blank check to put the taxpayers on the line. And, one of the common responses to this is, oh, there's insurance, there's tons of insurance
Private
plans.
funds, yes.
Yep. This insurance plan is a real patchwork. It actually doesn't cover the $1 billion village that where Michael Reese is. If that's not part of it, there hasn't been, a solid financing package for the village. So the village is often notoriously the biggest risk for Olympic bids. So, given the history of this notoriety, what will make this any different?
Well, some people are also saying a lot of neighborhood people won't be as active a participant in the games as the bid committee is leading people to believe. Is that
well,
true?
Think about a price of a ticket, right? We had a teacher at the protest on Tuesday ask his class, have you ever been to a Chicago Bulls game? I think one kid raised his hand. These tickets are expensive. They're going to be in public parks. The parks are going to be made private. And they're going to charge the public citizens of Chicago to get into this private space. A lot of people stand to gain money from this. There's a lot of sponsorship, Adidas, McDonald's, Visa. The city doesn't get that money. It goes to the IOC. So, they keep saying corporate sponsorship is going to cover that. That is not in the insurance package.
So you see absolutely zero benefit to Chicago?
No, absolutely. No, nothing's black and white, right? So, of course, it will bring some jobs, but, the mayor of Atlanta, Shirley Franklin, said, oh, it's going to bring all of these jobs to Atlanta. And a lot of the construction companies actually brought in workers from outside. Hopefully that won't happen here if we do get the games. We have this MOU that the City Council signed saying, X percent is going to go to minority businesses. That's not a guarantee. That's not a document that's going to, if minority businesses bid for the contracts and maybe they're too small to build one of these venues, there's no guarantee that they're going to get it. They're going to say, oh, we received bids from minority contractors, but they're not able to handle the business.
But isn't it about taking risks, too?
Go ahead. Let me ask another question, because I want to get this before we run out of time.
Sure.
You have a representative over there in Copenhagen.
We actually have 3 delegates in Copenhagen right now.
What's the bottom line message before we go that they're presenting over there?
They have actually been successful in delivering the latest poll numbers to the IOC communications director. They were able to deliver those documents yesterday, so they want the IOC to know that there is a large lack of public support that 2016 isn't presenting.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks so much for coming in. It's
Yeah,
really
sure.
important. We definitely want to show both sides of the issue, so we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks.